OSG vehicles are a familiar sight on the streets of Gibraltar. The security company has an extensive presence on the rock, so it's little surprise the 6 vehicles they've replaced had been racking up the miles.
The guard mining department vehicles are normally on the road 24/7. You're looking in the region of about 140,000 kilometers a year per vehicle, and that's only those 2 vehicles. With the other 4 vehicles, which are the systems vehicles, more working days, normal working hours, but you can probably find yourself doing 70,000 kilometers a year.
That's a combined total in the region of 500,000 kilometres a year. In terms of emissions, a back-of-the-envelope calculation puts that at over 200 tonnes of CO2. Now, uptake on electric vehicles in Gibraltar has been relatively slow. Just 28 were registered in 2018. Now, there are 126. But with public infrastructure continuing to be rolled out, the expectation is that this number will grow exponentially.
We have purchased our own charging points to cater sort of and do it in-house. However, we've also been in great discussions with Plug and Go, and what we've done is we are making use of their charging points down at Midtown.
We knew OSG were having some fleet vehicles coming, and they had the requirement to recharge some of those in that car park. And secondly, we've also now got, I think it's 3 electric vehicle taxis now in Gibraltar, and which is good news. You know, we're starting to see those coming through. There's sort of 15 locations that have been identified and flagged up. So we are currently just working on costing those up, etc., as we go forward.
A more extensive charging network may lead to more people considering private electric vehicles as an option. The government also offers grants as well as exemption from import duty to encourage the public to make the switch. Meanwhile, companies like the Bland Group, which OSG belongs to, are committed to a host of environmental changes of which this initiative forms part.
2 years ago at Bland Group, we made a commitment that we would offset all of our emissions. We do that following the Scope 1, 2, 3 philosophy, so our direct emissions, our indirect emissions, and we look up and down the supply chain. We've been doing that for 2 years. Realistically, all that does is gives money to a charity that then does some good. And so the sort of phase 2 of our thinking around this is to physically decarbonise our operations. And then we're looking at further initiatives, deploying solar panels, heat pumps, whatever we can to try and decarbonise our operation.
Significant change is underway, which requires a shift in mentality. The attitude certainly seems to be filtering through to the rest of the organisation.
Well, at OSG, we're going with the times, and we have a very good team. We have a large workforce. There's over 240 guards and our systems personnel, and we discuss all these things with our people, and they are very, very keen for change. We're making changes, not just with vehicles, with a number of other things. It's very positive.